The cold approach pickup happens, or why we call it that, is because the whole room that we enter into is cold, not just the one girl. Cryogenic pickup is freezing cold. It's you versus the girl. Girl standing in front of a magazine rack all by herself, and you walk up. That is cryogenic. You don't have social proof. You don't have pivots, or the pivots are females that are friends of yours that are on your arms for pre-selection demonstrations. You don't have wings. She doesn't have any friends. You can't demonstrate your personality obliquely to her by having a dialogue with her friends. It's cryogenic. It's freezing cold. She's never heard of you before, seen you. It's really tough to play that game. That is not where we start this game. It's what we call bonus rounds. You know, if you bump into a girl in the daytime, right? That's always fun, right? But personally, I'd rather get the girl that is in the magazine rather than the girl who's in front of the magazine rack reading the magazine, right? Women are very rarely alone. That's why we do cold approach pickup. And it's great training for cryo. But do not start in cryo. Single approaching sucks. Indirect game, of course, is where you initiate the chat. Direct game is where you just show your interest right away. Indirect game is where you initiate the chat without demonstrating interest. Indirect game is much better, in my opinion. There will be people who will fight me on that, but those people suck in field. That's the truth. Because they go in, they make the girl feel uncomfortable, and then try to jockey for position and try to get through it and barrel through it nonetheless. As opposed to initiating the chat, demonstrating higher value while, obliquely, while throwing a couple negs to disqualify yourself from being a threat to those guys who are friends with her. Pre-selection is triggered because obviously I must be accustomed to her beauty, or I wouldn't be saying, okay, don't get any ideas. You know, it's $5 every time you touch. Wow, you must be rich. I think we're going to have to start a tab. You know, you can bump her. As you're speaking, you can accidentally rub your elbow on her and say, none of that now. Jesus, where's her off button? Buy me a drink before you hit on me. And she hasn't even said a word. You talk a lot. You can say, you talk a lot to a girl who hasn't said a word. It's funny. And it disarms everybody. Then I can DHV spike.